Booyah.
Yeah.
We should be live. And we are live. I'm here with Voices by Corey. We're doing a special stream today. We're going to call it Front Page News. It's where we just go over the things on the front page.
Heck yeah.
Corey, everyone sees your face right now. What do you have to say? What do you have to say to
Ah!
people?
Don't look at me, I'm grotesque.
Ugh. Voices by Corey. Hit him up for any Johnny Utah impressions that you may or may not want.
Yeah, you know, he's doing a Twitter space right now, but you can get the knockoff version of Johnny Utah instead, and I'll be friendlier to you than him.
Find Corey on TikTok. You have to. You can find him, and he'll.
And I'm at the same name, Voices by Corey. Just search Voices by Corey on TikTok, and you'll find me. Surprisingly, I have 41,000 fucking followers. It's crazy.
It's wild.
Oh, I just dropped an F. I'm sorry.
No,
I gotta get used to it.
It's fine. We're demonetized already. It's all good. It's all good. Corey.
I'm sorry.
Corey, can you?
Yes, Zin.
Can you see the chat? People are gonna say hi to you.
Yes, I can see the chat right now. I have it pulled up. It shows that we have 3 people watching right now, which is cool.
Which is kind of cool. Well, we're documenting. Why are we here today, Corey?
We're here to talk about all the cool happenings on Newgrounds. So, you know, last week, on the 6th, voting for the Best of May happened, and then I think it was the day after, Tom released the Best of May. So, Zin and I, we took it upon ourselves to say, hey, why don't we highlight all the cool happenings that happened in May and that were highlighted, these special awards for being the best of the month. You know, a lot of the times on our episodes, you know, we just want to dive right into talking with our guests, or if we're doing a hangout, just, you know, cracking open some drinks and just chatting and BSing and having a good time. And it's actually been quite some time since we've talked about what's been happening on Newgrounds. Like yesterday, we talked with Yotam Perel, Lazy Muffin, early in the morning, and it was a great episode. I had a lot of fun. It was in and I. Did you have a lot of fun?
Yeah,
talking to Yotam?
I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was really cool, and it was actually pretty surreal because Yotam is one of my all-time favorite animators on Newgrounds. So when he said yes, I was giddy. I was super giddy. I'm like, yes, I did. I actually got him to want to be on the podcast, and I did something that Will failed at. Because I know Will tried before to get him on, and I guess he politely declined.
If
you
don't know who Lazy Muffin is, which is surprisingly a lot of people didn't know who Lazy Muffin is, but he's been animating.
Yeah.
He's been animating for over 18 years, and he's done animation for Trip Tank, which Aaron Long has also done animation for Trip Tank. Aaron Long does BoJack Horseman. So Lazy Muffin is like up there with the greats, and he has like over 180 movies on Newgrounds, and that interview will be coming out next week or whenever Corey finishes it.
Yeah, like once we get the Stepford episode out, I'd say after we're done streaming tonight, I'll probably be up late tonight. I usually am. You know, I'm a dad. I don't sleep.
Corey's up until like 2 a.m, then goes to work at like 6. Like, what the hell's wrong with you?
Well, there was one night where I was streaming on TikTok, and I had to be at work at like 3 a.m, and I didn't go to bed until like 2:30. It's stupid of me to do. So like I took a 10-minute power nap. I set like 5 alarms just to be safe. And I woke up and I went to work. It's stupid of me, but I did it.
Zarel's animations are really good. I don't know if he's ever posted anything like newer onto Newgrounds though. Someone said check out Zarel's.
Yeah, and I love Zarel. He's a great animator, and you know I auditioned for Monkey Wrench when he had the open auditions,
That's right.
and I was so bummed I didn't land a role, but it was cool seeing that. It was cool seeing Doggle land one of the roles because it's like, yes, Newgrounds representation. You know, we have a Newgrounds voice actor representing us in what's going to be an awesome series because Monkey Wrench looks awesome.
Yeah, but most recently Zarel has only posted his Ollie and Scoops episodes to Newgrounds, so he's kind of in the back burner right now until he releases something newer. But here we are. Best of May 2021. What is concurrent on Newgrounds? We got the Pico Day winners were finally announced last week.
Heck yeah.
when was this? June 7th. So Pico Day winners were finally announced, and even though in the Pico Day winners at the very bottom it says, what is it? Next up, the hotly anticipated Friday Night Funkin' Jam winners, but it's been it's been like 3 weeks since then. Wait, what day is it today? It's the 12th. It's been quite a long time since then, so we don't know when the F&F Jam winners are gonna be announced, but
I will say this, I was, because I submitted something this year for Pico Day. It was the first time I've ever submitted anything.
Newgrounds moment.
And it was, when I saw the forum post by Tom saying, hey, Pico Day, this is what we're going to be doing, contest and all that stuff. And I reached out in the forum saying, hey, I know that there's no like spoken word, category for the contest this year. Do you mind if I submit anything for audio? And he said, go ahead and see what happens. And, I submitted my homage to Newgrounds, and, it was like over 10 skits or 10 scenes of like some of my favorite Newgrounds animations from over the years, and of course I had to do my impression of Zin on there.
Hell yeah! I'm the intro. That was such an honor. Like, you don't understand the fact that people open that up and they just hear you doing an impression of me like that.
Like, yo, what's good, everybody? It's Zin's here.
This shit is so funny.
And I said it's a homage to Newgrounds, and like all of the clips that I voiced over were scenes that made an impact on me, and I wanted to include you, not just because I can do an impression of you, but you were the person who ultimately got me further into the Newgrounds community. So I felt like if I didn't include you into it, it would kind of be a slap in the face. So that's ultimately the reason why I put you into the homage. Not just because I can do an impression of you, but because you ultimately got me further into the community, and I appreciate that.
I appreciate that, Corey. You've been popping off ever since. And if anyone wants to check out what Corey's talking about, it's on his page. You go to his audio. It's a homage to Newgrounds. Kawaii Sprite accepted invitation as inspiration.
Dude,
Rice Pirates, Senior Palo. Like, they appreciate you. And it's just 10 minutes where Corey goes over all these characters that he remembers inspiring him from Newgrounds.
And it was really fun to record, because it was a moment where I'm recording scenes that like just frequently made me laugh. Like, as I was recording, I had to do multiple takes because I was just making myself laugh the entire time. Like Leo and Satan, it took me forever to do Leo and Satan because I was just laughing like, this is freaking impossible.
Yeah.
But the cool thing though was
87. Why?
46x over 87. Why? What the heck is this crap?
All right, Corey. But we're here. It's not for your shameless self-promotion. We're here for the Newgrounds Besame 2021, because we don't get to cover this kind of stuff on the podcast because we're talking about 50 different things on the podcast. We only got so much time. I mean, what are we supposed to do here? All right. Besame 2021. Top 5 animations. Let's see what else Tom wrote here. They launched the Stay Awake Animation Jam, the start of the summer series of animation jams, which you can catch in the banner right now, which is being hosted by Scarecrow Animations, or Scarecrow Arts. And there was a bit of downtime this afternoon to make site updates. Expect more downtime Thursday. So that explains why the servers have been going down throughout the week, which it's at like 2 p.m. EST, which is irresponsible. Blue Baby.
It's like right in the middle of the day.
Right, exactly. Right when I'm waking up. Blue Baby, a.k.a. Edmund McMillan, has launched a Kickstarter for The Binding of Isaac 4 Souls Requiem, which I think is his card game. So feel free to check that out. Comes with a bunch of nice... I remember seeing on Twitter that he was asking for card submissions, to where like artists could draw a card and have an idea and send it over to him, and it might make it into the game. So it's kind of interesting to see him making it a community project as well.
Yeah.
Artist Mebelma is organizing isometric quarantine room collab, which you can find in the forums. I almost said porums, which you can find in the forums. And I've seen one of these on the front page. I've seen this one specifically on the front page, and you just use a template, draw your imaginary quarantine room, whether it's a fantastical hobbit hole, a dark damp prison cell, or anything in between. Let your imagination run wild. So that's in the forums. You can find that in the Besame 2021. And May was a juicy month full of great stuff. Your votes are in, and here are the winners. What do you think about these winners, Corey? What do you think?
You know, overall, I'm happy with the results, mainly because, you know, as we can see, number one was Dr. B's returns, and
Dr. B's.
That was ultimately one of the biggest surprises that I saw for the month of May, because we haven't seen anything from Happy Harry in quite some time. What was his last one? Was his last cartoon? It was the Vampire Slayer one.
No,
right?
it was Trilby Dogtooth. It had to have
there
been.
you go. Yeah. Trilby. So it's been
certain.
quite some time since we've seen anything from Happy Harry,
Yes.
and seeing that pop up on the front page one day, I was like, no way, dude! And of course, Dr. B's is one of his all-time original series, or just cartoons, because it hasn't been a series. So seeing that pop up and watching it and just seeing the hilarity that he created for it was quite pleasant. I was happy to see Dr. B's return.
It's hilarious, and it's
absolutely hilarious.
His animation quality is too far up there. I don't understand where Happy Harry gets off on being so talented on animating and making it look easy. Like, what is wrong with him?
And the reason I love Happy Harry so much is he still stays true to the like little frame by frame animation. You know, everyone, you know, like a lot of animators have kind of evolved from going to frame by frame by frame by frame, and he does that still, and he goes into so much detail into creating each image, and it just shows how great his animations are just through the quality alone. And I appreciate that so much. You don't see that a lot for any animators today.
Uh-oh.
And I know it takes a while, but the wait is always worth it. His content is always great.
Yeah, I remember Josh saying that initially he didn't want to launch a Patreon because of how long he spends on animations. He feels like the fans would not be getting what they deserved and what they pay for it, because it'll take him 9 months to come out with something. But I've noticed he has a lot of patrons, so he's definitely able to support his dream of animation through being so talented, even though it does take a long time. I'm reading some of these comments too, though. In the Dr. B's returns, it says, "How the hell did you beat Tarboy? Congrats on beating Tarboy." And I think that means in the all-time animations, which I forget how to find, and I'm kind of scared to try to look for it. You go to movies, and it's probably all times. It's probably Dr. B's is up there.
Yeah, you go to. Actually, is it on the front page?
No, I think it's in movies. I'll click on movies. I have the mature and adult rating off. Because if you click on popular with the adult rating on, all you get is the porn vids. We're traveling dangerous territory right now. Filter, work for me. Oh wait, okay, this is just popular. What about best?
I could have swore, because I saw it the other day. I literally pulled it up the other day. And the other day he was still outranking Tarboy. So
what do you mean outrank, like scores? Because I can go to range all and then go to score. Yeah, he is. He's number one, bro. He's above Tarboy.
Awesome.
He's above Spooky Month Unwanted Guest. Take him in 0.5, which is a hell of a throwback. Jeff Talks to Little Pico's up there. Friday Night Funkin' PS1 commercial, which we all know are amazing. There she is. Final Step. Stress. That's incredible. Dr. B's is number one right now.
And that's, and you know, there was a couple. I think it was which Friday Night Funkin' submission. I think it was the PlayStation 1 commercial. Like, it was above Tarboy for a while, and then it dropped down. So the fact that he's above Tarboy right now, if he maintains that and like ultimately takes him down and remains number one, is going to be one of the biggest accomplishments in Newgrounds history.
Yes. So it's going to be exciting to see if he stays up there or not. Hands Up, Rhythm and Ambush, the second most chosen animation. If anyone doesn't know, PBot sends you a message. It tells you to rank the top 10 animations and games that you think are worthy or noteworthy. And then through those rating systems, you get your top 5 animation, top 5 games. You get a bunch of runner-ups as well. And the exciting thing is that the top 3 games based on original material win $100. Top ranked animation based on original material wins $250. So this is how Newgrounds supports its content creators every month beyond like the game jams, etc. Have you gotten to see Hands Up Rhythm and Ambush, Corey?
I have not yet.
No?
No.
I'm
a loser.
Do you understand the premise behind it?
Is everything ready?
Oh.
It's like
no,
it's
I
like
have not.
It's like a music video, but also an animation.
Oh, cool.
I bought the OST because I like how funky it is. I know for a fact that I joined one of Joel G's streams and he listens to SoundCloud artists and he wants to support them, so he finds a way to incorporate their music into what he's doing in animation. So
that's really cool.
So he's supporting independent musicians that he likes, and they get to work on Hands Up with him.
That's really cool. And that's one of the things that I love about Joel is he loves to help out other people. Like just recently or maybe a while ago on Twitter, he said, "Hey, voice actors." He goes, "I'm going to be making a new animation and I'm looking for voice actors, so drop your demos." And like he could easily go because he's well received, he's well known. He could easily go with whoever the heck he wants to, but he wants to go with basically people who are starting out in the industry, are still trying to make their trying to get their foot in the door. So it's cool to see him wanting to use people who are unknown instead of people who are known. I love that.
Absolutely. Like he made it his mission to try to incorporate independent musicians, and that's important. What's your favorite B? What's your favorite B attack? B tool? Is it the illuminated manuscript or is it the Russian doll bees?
The Russian doll bees was a good one.
Or is it? I think that's a Transformers playset. Or is it Omnipotron's box with one B? If you had a B weapon
with one B,
what would your B weapon be? What would your B weapon be?
I would make it like the honeycomb encapsulator. Like it's a gun. You shoot the gun and like honeycombs just come out and just like encapsulate you and wrap you up. So like the only thing that's sticking out is your head and you can't do anything and like you're just completely bound.
The honeycomb encapsulator. That's so good.
Right off the top of my head too.
It's so good. Scott Falco's Starman, I'd still have you. Actually, do you know this meme? Have you seen, what is it, Invincible? Have you seen that show on Amazon Prime?
I have not, and everyone's been saying how good it is, and I really want to watch it.
It's really good. It's like really gory and gritty superhero flick. So, like, there's tons of blood. People are always dying. The main hero isn't even good at his job, and it's like depressing. Like normally you're used to superheroes being like, oh, I get my powers, now everything's gonna be great, super fantastic and awesome, but it's really like base reality. You get your powers, I mean, what's really special about it? You know what I mean? Everything sucks. Like people are gonna die around you and there's gonna be nothing you can do about it. Like it's
basically so showing like the other side of heroics. Like that was one of the things I loved about Avengers, like Age of Ultron, and even in
Corey, thoughts on Friday Night Funkin' corruption trend? That's what someone asked.
Anything. I mean anything.
The corruption trend.
We could have had the Nightmare alternate universe for $10 million. Come on, guys, you really missed it on that one. We could have had something special. Missed opportunity.
I mean, anything Friday Night Funkin' related is awesome anyway.
So this one frame.
Let's be real.
Corey, this one frame describes all you need to know about Invincible. Right there.
Oh, is that where that meme came from? Like the think. Is that? Okay. See, I had no idea. Like that was one of the things I really loved about Avengers is like from Age of Ultron. The country gets destroyed and it's like, okay, well they defeated Ultron and then they move on with their ways, but later on it keeps getting brought up on them, you guys really messed up here and you killed a lot of people when you were fighting Ultron, and like basically making them realize the faults of their ways, and you can't save everybody even though they try to, So I gotta watch Invincible because I've heard a lot of really good things about it, and just by hearing that little description alone, it sounds awesome.
It is. It's super gritty. It's nice. It's a nice thing. Have you seen this stress animation? It blew up on YouTube. I know that much.
Yes, it is awesome. It is awesome.
Look at this dynamic, and look how evil boyfriend looks. He looks cheekier than. He looks like a punk. I like people who make boyfriend into a punk. What?
I love how they incorporated the girl from Infinite.
The girl from Infinite?
Yeah. Tank Man Infinite?
Oh, Tank Man. Oh, wait, hold on. I might know what you're talking about, but I also might not at all. I love how Pico is just allowed to go nuts in these animations. Like, he's the one doing all the fighting. All boyfriend has to do is rap. So this is from Tank Man Infinite?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a call out to Tank Man Infinite because they had a female character in Infinite and big breast and everything. So, and it looks like her, and I think she had the same helmet as Captain does. So if I remember correctly, because it's been some time since I've watched Infinite.
Tank Man Infinite. It sounds like a good series. Well, it sounds like a good animation. Sounds like it needs to live up to its title. That's wild.
Well, dude, it was created a long time ago. It's an old Flash. It's maybe like 5 or 6 minutes long, and it's like it's a other crew of like the Tank Man crew, like a bunch of misfits, I guess, and Steve gets kidnapped, and Captain leads them into enemy territory, and they try to save Steve before he gets his penor cut off.
Heck yeah!
That's pretty much the premise of the cartoon. It's not on Newgrounds anymore, though. I don't think it's on Newgrounds. If you look, I had to watch it on YouTube.
Oh, that's awful. Just like the first one. First one's off because of the Titanic bit that they put in to the first Tank
That's
Man.
why it was taken off?
Yeah, there's literally a scene from the Titanic in the first Tank Man. Like,
that's right.
Rules in animation back then were so loose. You just get away with copyrighted music and just stealing whatever you wanted. It was like the Wild West. That's wild. All right, fifth top 5 animations. You have Dr. B's Returns. Hands up. You have a good animation by Scott Falco, who's doing that Mimi crap. I honestly am surprised that ranked as high as it did, but his animation quality is always top tier. FNF 7, week 7 animation, of course, great animation, really fluid, dynamic, and it sticks to the brand. Monster Lab made the list. Episode 3. I don't know if you've seen it.
Yes, I have, and I am so happy that Hunter just keeps on putting out great quality with the series. It keeps getting better and better, and I love the back and forth. Excuse me, I love the back and forth dynamic that him and Brock Baker have with the characters. Their deliveries are so good and they're so funny. Like, I just love that Hunter's actually getting the chance to live out his dream of creating a series and, sticking to that. So I'm glad to see that he's still uploading to Newgrounds and the Newgrounds community is still supporting his work. So it's really cool.
Yes. And we have an interview with him, and he's a really nice, down-to-earth fellow. In his most recent animation, he has like a little story time animation, so he came out with something that was like original, like a playwright that he made in a style to where it uses this 3D model to where you walk through and you go through different phases, parts of this house, and it was really interesting to see something original from him just like strike the anvil so solidly after hearing like his thoughts on how original content kind of gets pushed to the side because of his parody content is what viewers like more often. Would you cheer up if someone was squirting milk from their titty onto you?
Would I cheer up?
Yeah, look. I mean, it didn't work for Uno, but it might work for you, Corey. That's all I gotta say.
I mean, I haven't had milk squirted in my face before from a titty, but it might be a shock the first time it happens to me, but it might be exhilarating at the same time. Like, hey.
oh.
Is that milk? Yummy.
Is that milk tasty? Just what I needed in my depression. Top 5 games. All right, so here's something a little controversial. All right, the top 3 games based on original material and winners of $100 each are Sacrifice and Deepest Sword. So for a little while, like it was brought up on the podcast itself, is Newgrounds material original? If you use characters from Newgrounds, like Cassette Girl, like Tank Man, like Pico, because they used to win top prizes for animations, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is that considered original or not?
If you're using original characters from Newgrounds?
If you're using Newgrounds characters, using Alien Hominid, if you're using Tankman, Pico, BF, GF, Cassette Girl, if you're using Pecan Joe, if you're using... Who else do we got out there? We got a lot of... PBot, Darnell, Nene. If you're using any of them, is it still considered an original animation or game?
I would say so, mainly because you're using them as inspiration. You know, sure there are characters that are already well known and have their own stories and part of their own animations and games. But if you're taking them and using them as inspiration and creating your own original stories based off those characters, I would consider it original content. Now say someone completely redid, Pico School, and they try to pass it off as their own. Then that's not original content. But there's always a way to use characters that inspire you to create your own original content. So I think there's nothing wrong with using Pico, boyfriend, girlfriend, Tankman. I don't think it's not a bad thing to use them as long as you're writing your own stories. If you're coming up with your own ideas that incorporate those characters. Like if you're just literally trying to pull content from an original, like if you're pulling stories and content from the original piece that they're known from, and you kind of just build off that, I don't really think it's original.
I see what you're saying then. So like if I were to make like an RPG game and I use Pico, Nene, and Darnell, like that would be fine. You're using the characters, so you're making your own idea from it. But when you're doing like what Stepford did, and there's nothing wrong because it's a badass game, Madness Off Color. It'd be like, because Madness Interactive is the main one, is the original. So then Madness Off Color kind of survives it. So then that makes it not original because it's based off of that original idea by Crinkles. Right.
Okay. Yeah, I can see what you're saying then.
No, that's what you said. You said because it built off of Madness Interactive. Like it is it's basically Madness Interactive.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's definitely. Yeah. I can agree with that. Then
you have Stepford's other game, which is Pecan Joe AFK, which is the fishing game. Now that's considered original because it's a fishing game.
Absolutely. Yep.
And it just so happens to have Pecan Joe in it.
Like, did you and Stepford go back and forth on that in your episode?
Madness Dating Sim win. That is a good ass question. I don't know. We have to have that happen. That would be so funny. Would you say, Corey? I'm sorry, I got interrupted by a really good idea.
Wow.
I'm sorry. That's a good idea.
I was just saying, like, did you and Stepford talk about that? Like, did you discuss that on your episode?
No. What happened was back in the day, like maybe 10 episodes ago, maybe Will brought it up. And they were talking originality, like we were all talking originality, or I was just listening to the episode. And the way the question was brought up was, are Newgrounds characters, if you use them, is that original content? Because you're using someone else's characters, just like you pull from Nintendo. Okay, you pull from the Samsung girl. You know what I mean? Is the Samsung girl original content? Did you come up with that? Now, if you pull from Newgrounds characters, like, is that fair? Like, that's the question.
I think I remember that conversation too. What was that? Was that for our 50th episode?
I don't remember. I think it was before that.
No, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, so like looking at Stepford's Madness game, if it's literally just like a successor to Crinkle's Madness Interactive, and there's like really no build off of, like his own storyline, like if he's just literally taking the characters and putting them into this game, yeah, I would say that's not really original content. I would say he's just making a sequel for a game that was already existing. But it was already approved by Crinkles. I guess Crinkles streamed it on one of his
Twitch he streams. Did. Crinkles played it, and he said it was pretty fun.
He said he loved it. He goes, this is effing badass.
Stepford didn't rip off of it. He made something his own, but it's a homage to the original for the most part.
Yeah.
Because the original is you shoot madness, you pick up guns, you throw things like that. That's the original Madness Interactive. And then you got Pico Night Punkin' by Carson Compton, who made this in like 2 weeks. Bull Boy was telling me. Just like, I might just remake FNF and Pico 8, why not? So then he did. He gets top game because of that, but he doesn't win a prize because it's just FNF. You know what I mean? In a different version.
So is that ultimately what happened? Like they didn't get Stepford and
Yeah, if you look right here, the top 3 games based on original material and winners are $100 each are Sacrifice and Deepest Sword.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay, yeah.
That's crazy, dude. So I didn't know. Okay, so that makes sense.
I thought it was because they used Newgrounds characters, but now that I'm thinking about it more, it's because they used they basically revamped an original idea that was already out there.
Exactly. Like if you play Pico Night Pico Night Pumpkin, it's literally just another rendition of Friday Night Funkin'. So it's you're basically just pulling from Friday Night Funkin'. That's basically like if anyone took one of the Friday Night Funkin' mods and they uploaded it to Newgrounds, and say it was B-side. Somebody like the creator of it uploaded Friday Night Funkin' B-sides to Newgrounds. That would be unoriginal content because then you're just playing alternative music, alternative tracks to Friday Night Funkin', of course. But if somebody uploaded, say, like the Garcella mod or the CG5 mod to Newgrounds, then that would be original content because it's based off of Friday Night Funkin', but it's your own characters and your own music that you created. So I think that would
it's a weird area. It's a weird area because it's a weird area because they didn't not win because they used the characters. They didn't win because they revamped the game idea that was already out there. So if you make a game idea that was already out there, but you don't use Newgrounds characters, you know what I mean? You're still revamping a game idea. Are you still allowed to be called original? Because these guys weren't. So is it the characters or is it the game? You know what I'm saying? Which one is it? We gotta.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it's just weird. Just a weird little side quest. Shout out to Sexy Beast, which is 53XY83457. They donate to every freaking contest on the site, and they're just a mystery to me, and they're cool. So runner up animations. Who lost? Well, they didn't lose, but who became a runner up because the top 5 were taken? And I'm surprised Innocence Glitched ended up so low. It's at 11 compared to these other ones. And Innocence Glitched, if you haven't seen it, it's by Cryptate. Same creator of the Blamed animation that was done for the FNF Jam. And they did this amazing Binding of Isaac animation. Oh, wow. It looks so good. The way it's like an intro to the game using the music to set this spooky setting.
Yo, that's awesome. That looks so good.
It looks amazing. Cryptate has such a nice style. And this came in 11th. How? I mean, you just feel Isaac from this animation.
I was gonna say, and people still play Binding of Isaac. It's not like it's an unknown game and nobody plays it anymore.
Corey, it got revamped. It's called Binding of Isaac Rebirth, and it came out like 2 months ago, something like that. It came out like complete rehaul of some of the system mechanics, bunch of new items. So people have been streaming it like crazy, and a lot of people are addicted to Binding of Isaac, including me. Haha. So what came in 6th? Scott Falco again. Scott Falco really dominating the animation for this month. You got Starman, and then you got Totally Legit, Link's Awakening, DX Speedrun. Pretty nice.
I was actually really surprised that Burnt Face Man was as low as it was. Because, David Firth has been a legend on Newgrounds forever. Also known as Doki, as you guys know, creator of Salad Fingers. And of course, Burnt Face Man. It was the first time we've seen Burnt Face Man in quite some time. It was number 10 in the series, and it ended up falling to, number 24 on the Best of May.
Oh, it did.
I was a little upset about that. I was a little sad. I'm like, because he's an absolute, of course, legend status doesn't automatically mean you're gonna be a top 5. But the episode was hilarious, and of course, typical Doki comedy, and it was nice just to see a new episode of Burnt Face Man. Like he goes back in time to prevent himself from apparently molesting little kids when he doesn't, and he ends up going to jail and just keeps going back in time to prevent himself from doing these messed up things and basically ruins his career in the process of doing it. And it's hilarious. And I'm just sad that it wasn't ranked as high as it was, because it was really great seeing it again.
Yeah, I think it was more or less the comedy might have turned some people off from it, and the animation style isn't the most polished over. But what Doki does really well is make your skin crawl from anything he makes, and it's always experimental and like different. And this one just touched base on that Newgrounds comedy of just making it raunchy and being unapologetic for it. Yeah, I'm reading some of these comments. What if we based original fan-made characters based off of pre-existing series, for example, Amanda's OC or Tank Sona in an animation game, etc.? That's what we were thinking, because I've seen awards for animations based off of, like, Newgrounds characters, you know? Mods building off... Echo Chamber says, mods building off an existing idea, thus becoming their own, seems legit to me. So those are two... One's a good claim.
I was going to say, like, especially with Tank Sonas. Tank Sonas are basically their own original characters based in the Tank Men universe. Like, this is what their characters would look like if they were part of the Tank Men crew.
Somewhere else,
so
right.
If they took those original characters and they made an animation or a game based off of them, then I'd say that's fine, because it's within the universe of Tank Men, you know? So that, in a sense, works.
The only reason originality gets brought up so much on Newgrounds is because for a long time it seemed like only the meme bullshit, like way back in the day when it was popping off, like all the original content did not get as many clicks or views or attention, because anything else showing tits or like boob or butt would get more attention. And then if it was like based off of something popular at the time instead of someone's like whole world building experience. But that's why the curated front page is the most brilliant idea, because it takes those original ideas and gives them a place for people to see them. That's why originality is brought up so much on Newgrounds. Also, Corey, have you seen Super Mario Bros. Z? Have you seen this?
Yes. I swears in it was I cried when Alvin Earthworm made his original announcement years ago saying, "Hey guys, I have too much stuff going on in my real life. I can't continue this series as much as I want to. I don't have the time to do it." And, you know, and now when he first called it quits, I was still relatively a little bit younger. So I'm like, "Oh, dude, I love this series. One of my favorite series on Newgrounds." So the fact that he's come back and he's remaking the entire series is incredible, and I applaud him for it, because the guy is amazing. His sprite animations are some of the best on Newgrounds ever, and the fact I just love seeing him back and uploading the brand new or the revamped episodes of Super Mario Bros. Z, because it is a great series. I love the way he's intertwined Mario and Sonic. Like, the story itself is incredible. It is incredible.
You just get goosebumps from like when they really start fighting. Like, it's
like that's one of the reasons why I loved it so much, is because the fight animations are top notch. They're so good.
I watched this in our server with other people, and like the 35 minutes that it goes on for just flew by, bro. Because it's 100% action, and he finds a way to switch up the character dynamics and make them like fight each other in interesting ways constantly. Look at this, bro.
And like I said, his sprite animations were just top notch, so good, and I feel like he does it in a way that just supersedes anyone who tries to go into sprite animations. And the way he kind of interprets like realism, like with the smoke and fire right there, it doesn't really look sprite like, but you can tell it is, and it looks so good.
It looks so good. If you want high paced, high octane action, you definitely gotta check out Super Mario Bros. Z Episode 2 by Alvin Earthworm. Such a treat. My God, Yoshi goes through a lot, and there's a lot of comedy in there too. He tells a story with, like, it's your typical text animation where it pops up text speech bubble, but while there's action, there's very little of it. So he tells a story through a lot of action, and I think that deserves a nice mention. So you got really powerful animations for that month. As for games, I played Sacrifice. Sacrifice is actually really cheeky, like really good. The pixel art style and the way that the game works it kind of sets the mood for itself.
Ooh.
It's pretty fanciful, and it's a good gameplay mechanic. It's a little bit easy, but at the same time, I did die at least once from the original run that I did. And it's by Lumpy Touch. Lumpy Touch also made Fruity Pebbles, which you'll find here in number 13.
Yes, that's still on the front page right now too, and it's a great.
I haven't seen it. Is it scary?
It's
scary?
not scary.
Is it scary?
It's not scary.
It's
Check it out. It's good. It's a good animation.
I'm scared. I'm not good. Was this like Flintstones.exe? What's going on here?
A little bit, yeah.
Narrate it for me, Corey.
Wake up,
Fred. Wake up, Fred. Doing Bonnie Rubble.
Oh my god, this is like the Garfield horror stories. Looks like something in Resident Evil. Oh my god. This is my best friend.
Bonnie, that you? Did you bring me Fruity Pebbles, Bonnie? No, Fred. No, I did not. I love the taste of Fruity Pebbles, Bonnie. Bold, bitter lemon.
Tangy orange.
Tangy orange.
And grape.
And grape. Oh, I love grape, Bonnie.
He didn't give grape an adjective, though. Those weren't Fruity Pebbles you were eating.
Eh? What do you mean, Bonnie?
They were people, Fred.
They were people, Fred. You were eating people.
Oh my god! Does Fred not realize that he's like 300 feet tall? A gargantuan? No swearing, Barney. No swearing, Barney. I was just eating some...
I was just eating some Fruity Pebbles.
Oh, he ate his own daughter.
You ate your daughter.
Oh, wacky family comedies. Am I right?
Admit to yourself you did it. You ate them all.
Corey, if you
That was one of the things that I never understood about the Flintstones is that they kind of have like Brooklyn, Boston accents.
Yeah.
It's like, why? They're from the prehistoric ages, right? Why would they have Boston accents?
It's from the dawn of time. New York is where everyone's originated from. You didn't know that?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
The first human being. Am I right?
What were you saying those in? Like, if I ever what?
If you ever start eating people and like you turn into a massive monster, I would tell you.
I appreciate that, and I would do the same thing for you.
Barney pulled an anime move and he said, "I'm out of here, Fred. I don't believe in eating people," and he left. I've not played Anne demo. It looks good. Deepest Sword looks cool too. I haven't played Pico Night Pumpkin either, but it's probably just F&F, just Pico 8.
Yes.
But it definitely has 500,000 views. So maybe there's something to that. I wonder.
I was gonna say I've only played Pico Night Pumpkin and Madness. Those were really the only two games I played, and of course Friday Night Funkin' because it's Friday Night Funkin', of course.
Raft Boat, really good game by the way. I've played that Super Raft Boat. It's on Steam.
Yeah.
Carson has 1,000 followers just from Pico Night Pumpkin. Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk?
Just ride in the Friday Night Funkin', train. I mean, people who ride that train are just, a bunch of jerks. It's not like I've ever done that. It's not like I've done impressions to, gain fans or anything like that.
Snap. I forgot Echo Chamber asked a question. Your thoughts on Suction Cup Man making the rounds lately? Have you seen this? Have you seen Suction Cup Man? It's rated M, so I don't want to play it, but I know it's on YouTube. I've seen it on YouTube. I should have watched it on Newgrounds. I know, whoopsie doopsie, but I can play the beginning. I'll just show you what it's all about, okay?
Yes, please.
You Suction Cup Man.
And I'm smudging up your glass. Hey!
Hey! Don't take another suction cup, man!
Business dummy!
This is the last time you're gonna suction cup my tower!
Do you think it's the same voice actor?
Holy shit! Is that
Yeah, it definitely is.
My God, man, you're insane!
There's more to it.
Let me guess, you filled it with piss. Wait, you did fill it with piss?
So I can put an end to the shit.
Raunchy comedy.
I love it. I love it.
Because
I love
Suction
that.
Cup, man.
And I love the animation too. It's like it kind of has like the little jerky animation to it a little bit, but I love it.
Yeah, it's almost like South Park inspired.
A little, yeah.
So where they
a little bit,
they
yeah.
kind of like jerk around with their movements. And
That's
it's as raunchy as it sounds. Suction Cup Man, though, he goes through some things and he finds a solution that really suits him and is not against the law in whatsoever fashion. And you need to check it out, Corey, because I think you would enjoy the twist.
I'm definitely gonna watch this after we get off the stream because
Well
it looks so funny. And yeah, it's definitely the same voice actor. Like Suction Cup Man's voice is just higher, and then the guy from the window it sounds like his normal voice.
Sounds like okay.
So like he was probably like right here, and then he just went a little bit higher. That's pretty much what I'm hearing.
As a voice actor, you understand the dynamic of the voice.
I know the dynamics of changing your voice.
Speaking of which, I just want to bring up that Razor Draws finished their spooky month.
Oh,
Jeff,
wow.
they've been doing
awesome.
They've been doing Jeffs for every single one, man. And this is for the Midsummer Rumble.
I love that.
That's Razor Draw's idea. Here's Satina. Like all of them.
Oh, that's so cool.
All of them just get better. Look, there's Tarboy.
And Razor was the one who's putting on Midsummer Rumble, right?
Yes, they came up with the idea.
Okay.
They approached me about it, and I said I'll promote it in the NGP server. And people have been drawing it ever since. I try to draw it in the server a lot, but I got other duties I must fulfill. I like how their style transitions. You can see this transition of their style to every single medium or media. Like binding
That is so.
it looks
That is so cool.
good. Looks so good. Follow Razor Draws. They helped do the background for the blamed animation with Crypte. Razor Draws and Crypte, good friends. Good friends indeed.
That's really cool.
Today was Fancy Pants. Shout out to Needle NG. We're getting their first.
Yo,
they got their first
that's
front
awesome.
page. It's their first front page. So
Oh, cool.
they're pretty stoked. Needle NG, I think might be. They're a minor. You know what I mean? Like they're young, and they're doing like flash art. So
That's awesome.
They're pretty freaking good. That's all I gotta say. I love Suction.
It's cool seeing how impressive some of the art pieces are from these young illustrators. I remember when I was at least 13, my animation or just my drawing skills were crap. I think I could barely draw a face, let alone a head, on a stick figure.
Yeah.
my circles were subpar. There would always be like a dip in my circles because they sucked.
They sucked. I drew one circle, and my dad came up to me. He said, "You're not my son anymore." And that's when I knew I had to stop.
You got to figure something else out.
Old friend, Madness, Project Nexus fan video. Have you seen this?
I have not. I haven't seen this one yet.
It's short. It's like 56 seconds. But it just looks cool.
Ooh.
By the way, we scored the interview with the Swain and Crinkles and Almighty Hans, because Almighty Hans is going to do a live action video for Madness Project Nexus before that comes out.
When are we doing that episode?
Wait, hold on. The Witty Mods Creators 16? With the FNF Neo mod being co-drawn by 13? My god, talent from a young age. You're too talented. Artists these
I heard
days,
the Witty
man.
mod's getting deleted though, sadly.
Why?
Because he's kind of like fallen out of the fan base and he doesn't want it up anymore. That's what I've heard. That's what a lot of people have been telling me, that he's going to be deleting the mod, and I'm very sad because it is a very good mod.
Man. What do you think about live action Madness though? Tall boys.
I
Tall
think
boys.
it's cool. Like I remember when Josh had when he had Hans and oh shoot, I can't remember their names.
It's cool. I got it. Don't worry. It's
When he had the Mutton Chops crew. When he had the Mutton Chops crew on.
I looked up Mutton Chops and I'm just getting Mutton Chops.
Like I remember when they had him on, Hans was saying that it's something that they've wanted to do for quite some time. So when
It's Carlos.
Carlos, yeah.
Yeah.
When Swain reached out to them and he said, "Hey, I do like a live commercial for it," And Han said he almost cried because it's something that he's
always wanted to
forever.
do. That's what he thought it was cool about Madness, is that they could create this like kind of universe inside of it in live action.
And I love Han, and the Mutton Chop series is hysterical, and they did a great job filming it. So I have no doubt that they're going to do a great job with the live action Madness. I'm excited to see what they do. I have no doubt that it's going to be, it's going to be awesome.
Oh yes.
And you're for sure, like, we locked them in for an interview? How come this is the first time I'm hearing about this?
Well, that's what they said. They said from the Mutton Chops. That's what they said from the Mutton Chops episode, that we can have them back on when Project Nexus comes out and the trailer comes out, the live action trailer comes out. So, because we were gonna get we're actually gonna get the Swain, Crinkles, and Almighty Hans, hopefully. So that would be a nice.
Dude, that's awesome.
Really nice. So. Wait, what's going on?
I want to be on that episode.
So why is the Witty mod getting deleted? I don't understand.
So apparently the creator has fallen out of the fan base. Like, he's not interested in the game anymore.
Are you serious?
As a result of that, this is what people are saying. I don't know if it's 100% true.
Chat confirm.
People are saying
confirm.
Like, people. So I saw in the chat we had Wobbles. Yeah, Wobbles is one of my TikTok followers. Hi, Wobbles! And Wobbles is on Newgrounds also. Go follow Wobbles. But the Wobbles can confirm that in my chats, everyone has been saying that the Witty Mon's being deleted just because he's not interested in the game anymore. So he's going to take it down as a result of that.
Echo Chambers,
which is very, very sad.
Echo Chambers saying general fandom toxicity and drama gave them stress, and they got school to work with, of course. More people cared about a sequel than their mental health.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which
fan
happens.
bases are wild. I mean, the amount of art they came out for. I mean, the amount of support you get from just the Witty mod. I mean, if you have to take a break from the internet and just, like, I know it would suck not to draw, not to animate, just, like, stick to traditional means. Don't even touch the internet. Take a break. Like, disconnect from everything. Because what you did for the community as, like, one of the most recognizable FNF mods and earliest was a big impact and helped make FNF as big as it is now. And to not keep your share in that slice, you know what I mean? Not keep what you did iconically, that hurts me to see, because you did something right and something good, and your character became an icon because of it. Just find your inner circle. Stick to them people. Don't worry about anything else. Dave can't even read his DMs anymore because people just send him the most random crap into his DMs. He just gets these massive messages of spam. Like, it's just how the fan base is.
And it sucks. And I've had to tell people before. Like, when I do my TikTok streams, I like to tell people I feel like I'm a secondary dad to a lot of people on my streams. I give them a lot of life advice. And one of the things I've told them, like, no matter what happens in your life, you're going to have a lot of negative crap that happens. And you're going to have a lot of people who disagree with you and don't like what you have to say or like the stuff that you do. But in the grand scheme of things, if you're doing something that you enjoy, if you're doing something that makes you happy, if you're choosing to do something because it makes you happy, stick to it. Who the heck cares if somebody disagrees with your choice? If it makes you happy, if it's something that you enjoy, if it's something that fulfills you, then do it. And it sucks that a lot of people want to breathe this toxicity and try to bring you down for something that you're doing and demand something out of you, and then it turns, whatever you're doing turns into something that you ultimately hate and you don't want to be a part of it anymore. And it's really sad to see, because the Witty mod is one of my favorite mods. It's a really good one. Like, I love the story behind it. The music's great. I haven't beaten Ballistic, and I probably never will now. But it's sad that just the fandom is basically bombarding the creator. And Wobbles even said, he may have been getting death threats just to create more levels, which sucks. That shouldn't happen to anybody. The minute something becomes less enjoyable, it's not, like, the minute something that you love becomes less enjoyable, I feel like that's just one of the biggest downers in life. You know?
Well, that's why you were saying if it's enjoyable for you, you should do it. But when people make it not enjoyable for you, that's where you gotta have your disconnect. Like, if you don't enjoy something anymore because other people make you not enjoy it, then it's hard to make that decision if you even still want to be a part of something. You know, it becomes like a very hard mental obstacle to get across to where, oh, I could just leave it alone and my life would feel a lot more serene or calm or exactly where I wanted it to be. Instead of, I got to deal with all this crap now because I made something. And do I even like it anymore? This is Rhythm Heaven custom remix. But listen, look at that.
These are Island Heads.
So,
Fruit Ninja.
Echo Chamber said it's Sock Clips. So, shout out to Sock Clips for doing what they did for FNF and for themselves. You know what I mean? For that mod. And the music that came out for it, and I just hope they find their place to be happy again within school or art, whatever drives them to create. That's what I think.
I hope so too.
Yeah, Rhythm Heaven, pretty cool. Definitely a lot of visual food.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Definitely delicious to watch something like this. I don't know what those are called. I forget what those statues are called.
These are Island Heads.
Island Heads. Nicely done. A witty island head. Get yours today.
A witty Island Head.
I wonder if there's more lore behind Witty than what we know. Like, he was rapping in the back alley.
Like that's one of the things I was wondering. Like, is there like an alternative game to Witty? Was he like part of an animation? Like, where did he come from? Because apparently he's a rock star of some sorts.
Yeah, he can.
From my understanding,
he can definitely sing. You know.
Yeah.
I've seen the little Witty mod where he's like a little brother that sings against him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Enjoy that one.
One of the mods.
What?
So, like one of the mods that I love the most is the Garcella one. Because the music is phenomenal, I love it, and then the story behind it is really cool.
It's Kanuko's birthday, so I'm gonna say happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Kanuko!
Happy birthday, Kanuko! Happy birthday, Knuckles! Shout out to Flapjack, inspiring. Oh, I forgot to add a smiley face. No, I can't add it. No, I'm distracted. It's ruined. Why? Pringus McDingus. Fantastic animator. My God, I love Pringus McDingus. Super laid back style, but they understand shape logic to the point. They make anything fluid. I don't know if you've seen. This is from back in April 24th. Pretty funny animation by Pringus McDingus. Like,
I haven't seen this one.
If you look at their style, it's circular heads, cartoony limbs.
Ooh.
Everything has a solid shape to it. And they strike the comedy anvil right on the head. So they make animation look really relaxed. But look at all this line work.
I love it. It looks good.
Looks good. You'll get ready for the punchline. Definitely a treat to have Pringus McDingus uploading to Newgrounds.
I love it.
Their animation style is so accentuated by the simplicity of it. And I don't know if you've seen Sam, like the new Samsung representative. She's
What is
like
my purpose?
Sell the phone.
it's a drawing, right? People are blowing up over it because she's cute. She looks like a Pixar animation. Like, she got big eyes, small chin, triangle face.
Is it like a commercial?
What is
No,
my
it's like
purpose?
their representative now. Listen, wait here, hold on.
Oh, really?
I'll stop talking over this. I'll turn this up too. He lays it out for you. Here you go. She says, "What is my purpose?"
What is my purpose?
You're a marketing scheme created by the higher-ups of a multi-billion-dollar electronics company in order to appeal to the masses of the younger generation in order for you to sell more phones. Oh yeah, there's also a lot of porn of you on the internet.
That's the whole rundown of what Sam is.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of the of the scene from Rick and Morty where he creates the butter robot? What is my purpose? You give the butter. Oh my God. Yeah, welcome to life.
That is your purpose, just to appeal.
I gotta check. I gotta look it up real quick because I haven't seen this yet. Samsung Girl. It's not a commercial. Like it's like a selling representative.
Yeah, selling representative. It's like their mascot now. You know what I mean?
Really?
It's just to look good, get fan art, get people to rave about it, and then here you go.
Oh my gosh.
Now,
yeah, she does look like it. She does.
Be careful. Don't Google image it. I guarantee you're gonna find porn in like 3 seconds.
No, yeah, I just typed up Samsung Girl. She does look like a Pixar character.
Yeah.
Samsung virtual assistant Sam.
Echo Chamber. My thoughts exactly. They said saw Pringus work on my recommended in YouTube before. Followed them on Newgrounds afterwards. Their visuals are easy to follow and the style's easy to take in. Exactly.
Yeah.
It just
sometimes simple animations are the best animations. Like just like simple art. Like Yotom's animations are simple art and they're so good.
Oof. I think I can go to his page. I don't think it's mature. Yeah, Yotam's style. Oh, birthday 30! We gotta listen to birthday 30! Today. We gotta listen to birthday 30!
Look at the comment, or just look at his description real quick.
Description. Oh baby, oh honey, I am now 30. Been doing these birthday vids for half my life now. I think that's pretty cool. Thanks for watching, supporting, and leaving comments. I read them all.
So he says, I'm 30 now. Scroll down and look at my comment.
No,
hey, what he said yesterday.
Oh, that's true.
Because as soon as I turn 30, I'm going to say that I'm 31 now.
Because I heard in one of his recent videos, he's like, I'm 30. And I was like, dude, where's the birthday vid at? And we have it.
Yeah.
Finally. I hope it's somber. Hey, guys.
So you're back home, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, he's
crawling back with you.
I wonder how long he was in LA for.
Where my dick is doesn't mean anything.
Yeah,
So you
I don't know how he was.
No. I did my episodes and everyone said good job. It's just that after that I didn't look for anything else or accepted any other offers.
How come?
I was sad.
Oh, honey.
He's always down to earth.
Oh, honey.
So what's the plan?
I will just keep doing the same thing.
And expecting different results?
No, I'm over the concept of expecting.
Don't you want to, expand?
Yeah.
So you can make more stuff?
Yeah.
No, I'm one guy. That's my thing. I'm a one guy.
Okay. You know, your ex has been texting me.
Shut up.
Your ex has been texting.
Yeah, right.
I love his side mouth character.
Oh, it's side mouth.
I've listened to I bought one of his albums. It's called Eraser Dust. It's actually really good.
Is it on Spotify?
It was on YouTube Music, so it should be on Spotify too.
I'll definitely check it out then.
The last song in the album made me tear up. Like it's really down to earth and like heartfelt.
That's what I love about him. Like his songs are always heartfelt. They're always simplistic songs, but their lyrics are always good.
He packs emotion into it really tightly under the guise of like really simple writing.
Yeah.
And it's super chill. If I didn't know any better, I'd be like, we gotta watch Lazy Muffin, make sure he's okay.
I know.
Check in on him. Writes all his own music, man. Echo Chamber says, Brave Browser, nice. Oh, thank you, Wobbles. I appreciate that. Echo Chamber. Terminal Montage is on Newgrounds, but he hasn't uploaded in ages. I see him on YouTube the most. Wish he got back into uploading his works to Newgrounds. I wonder... how we get creators to come back to Newgrounds.
I think one of the ways is just basically promoting how much it's grown since 2020. And I feel like a lot of them are just trying to focus on their own thing and they don't really need to use it as a platform anymore. mainly because they've just grown so much. Like, it sucks to not see. Well, of course, Aaron doesn't really want anything to do with Newgrounds anymore, and he's doing his own thing with Game Grumps. But you would love to see like Oni and Zach post more stuff to Newgrounds. Same thing with Spaz Kid. You really don't see anything from Spaz Kid anymore. Really, though, one of the only people I really see post anything anymore is Mick. Mick posts like whenever Blood Sun Vendetta is finished, he always releases it. So it's good to see that. But yeah, I do want a bunch of them to come back to Newgrounds and just to continue being a part of the community and continue the growth that it's had over the last year.
Yeah. I don't think Eagle Raptor's ever going to come back.
Oh, hell no.
Stepford, dude. Yeah, when I edited the episode with you in it. By the way, I want to play all your games before Corey, you should hang out and you should watch me play Stepford's games. There's a bunch of mouse clicks and there's like a bunch of keyboard taps. And like halfway through I'm like, dude, I've been doing this for like 30 minutes. I don't know if I can go on any longer. So maybe like somewhere around like the 40-minute mark, I just leave everything else in because I'm like, we're into it now. It's fine.
If anything, you can shoot me the raw audio, and I can like if you haven't clipped any of the audio, I can run my RX elements through there and do my best to get rid of the clicks and background noise.
Will it ruin any of the voice quality?
No, it does not. That's one of the brilliant things about it.
Yeah, it's in. I still have the project. I can send it over to you. It's set to publish tomorrow at 5 p.m. So anyone that's watching this on Newgrounds, you can listen to the Stepford interview at 5 p.m. tomorrow. Gotta play it like a typewriter. Yeah, when you're in the middle of an interview, it's best if you just type all your friends, get all your work done, send as many messages as you can, browse content. It's nice. It's nice. No, you're good. You're good. I made us sound brilliant. No one's even gonna notice. And I took the time.
Well, now they will.
Take out some of it. Oh yeah, is this live? What's going on? I thought it was just me and you this whole time. What's going on? It's wild. Pecan Joe Confession 14. We should probably finish this off. It's been an hour, 6 minutes. It's like an episode of the podcast, except we just bullshit. We bull crap about Newgrounds. This is definitely demonetized already. Are you ready? I'm ready. This is his first Pecan Joe Confession for 15 years. 15 whole years. That's a decade and a half. I'm
so glad that Pecan Joe's back.
I can't read any of this. What is this? Secret language. What is this? But he says...
it's Pecan Joe talk.
He says, Ogum, it has been 15 ye 4 ers sync 3 my Alvary. Oh my god, it's been 15 years since my last confession, but today I will bear it all to you. All of my secrets are revealed right here, right now in this confession. I'm so sorry you had to be sad for so long while I was dead, but fear not, for I have been reborn, and I will never leave you again. Pecan Joe loves you. Boom.
Remember, Pecan Joe loves you.
We're going to watch this in full 1080p.
Hello, everyone. It is I, your Lord and Savior, Pecan Joe.
He looks like a...
I know it's been...
Oh, man. I just noticed his earring. This is not rated E. This Pecan... I can't.
Is it a Pinor?
It's a Pinor! Who does that? Who rates something E and throws in a secretive Pinor? Pecan Joe. I can't watch any of your content. Way to go.
Oh, my gosh.
Way to go.
I love it.
Lots of love there. I guess already gave my shout out to Razor, Weezy Muffin. I think we're good to wrap it up here. Let's look at some My Little Pony gore and give our final thoughts. What do we think about this face right here? What do you think about this?
Which face? Which? Oh!
It's creepy.
I'm gonna cut that out. I'm gonna paste it onto my own face. I hope they live like that. Oh, big news! Ivan Almighty made a tweet and said that they're returning to animation and they're making like a Happy Tree Friends crossover that it looks like of Animal Crossing. So this reminded me of that because it's like cursed but also cute. So
I got to reach out to Ivan and see if he needs voices.
oh, I didn't see the Pinor on the title screen. Great. Wonderful. Good. Well done. Life is great right now. No more pecan Joe. Rated E, can't even trust it. Can't even trust it. How dare he? Where did I even find that at? Is it gone now?
What, his animation?
Yeah, his confession. Is that on the front page?
It's not on the front page anymore. It might just be on his page now.
Oh, the server updated and it probably changed the daily pics. I don't know. I don't even know how I found that. I was cursed. I got cursed by him, and somehow his animation showed up. My God. Anyone here should definitely watch Xtil, which is RTIL. It's like their spammy account, so they're back in action. You should definitely watch that one. It's hilarious. So it's nice to see RTIL having fun on Newgrounds by posting meme quality animation again. Something not so serious. Yeehaw.
Yeah, I love the fact that we talked about it on the episode yesterday. I love that Artil is back and posting more content on Newgrounds. I really love his work. It's really good. Like of course the savory pictures that are or illustrations that are okay for Newgrounds, and then of course the adult ones are fantastic too. But it's nice to see him posting more content and basically getting back into the community and getting the support that he deserves because he's fantastic. And you can tell that he's having a good time. You could tell that he loves posting stuff up on Newgrounds specifically, and just seeing the love pour in. And it's cool seeing his content on the front page for animations. It's really cool seeing that. And I had no idea that he was even doing. I had no idea that he was even doing animations. So it was cool seeing that. Because really, the only one I remember was him, like during the art office hours streams, is him doing the bouncy ball of you.
Yeah, the bouncy ball of Zen. Let's finish this off with your favorite animator, Dubus Goobus, posting another Friday Night Hunkin'.
Dubus has become one of my more favorite animators simply because of their Friday Night Funkin' animations.
All right, let's go. Corey, you got any closing thoughts for today's program?
Oh, and this is her 13th birthday. It was
pretty much. I love a lot of the content that came out of May, and a lot of the content that's been coming out for June already has been phenomenal too. I'm really excited to see what comes out of the first round of Summer Jams. I feel it's going to be an amazing first round. I'm lucky to be voicing in a couple of the animations. I'm working on. I just locked in a role with Goodell for one of his animations, so I'm excited to see what everyone puts together for that. I'm just thrilled that a lot of content a lot of people are creating new brilliant content on Newgrounds, and it keeps growing. And I'm excited to see what comes here over the next couple weeks of June.
Yes. I agree. Lots of amazing animators. I had something else I wanted to say, but I'm a dummy and I looked at my phone like a dummy and I forgot everything that I was ever thinking of ever. Do you think we'll do this again, Corey? I think we'll do front page news again.
I hope so. This has been really cool. Like I said, like there's times where we're doing the podcast and we just want to get into doing interviews with our guests right away. Like we just want to get into it because we're that excited. Like yesterday, I know we kind of snuck in some news, Newgrounds news, but I know you and I were really excited to talk to Yo Tom. So I know you kind of like breezed through it really quick. So I was excited. And on the episodes where we just want to hang out with each other and chat, we just BS for the entire time, and we never really get into talking about Newgrounds content or highlighting the submissions that should be highlighted. Because there's always some great, there's a lot of great movies on the front page. There's a lot of great games and music and art, but we never really get to talk about them as much as we want to on the podcast. So the fact that we're able to jump on here and dedicate some time to highlighting those movies games, art, and music, spoken word projects too, it's good. And I think it'll be beneficial to the podcast itself and to the community as well. And before we jumped on, Zin and I were kind of just like breaking this down a little bit more, trying to figure out how we can evolve this simple concept of just going on to Newgrounds and looking at content is, possibly putting together a forum post in the community tab and just say, hey, if you guys want us to look at your content and give you live critiques and updates, by all means, post a link to your content. And the next time we do one of these live streams, we'll look at it live and give you our honest opinions of what we like what we don't like. It could ultimately be very beneficial for the community because you're getting looks on your content, and hopefully it allows people to truly see what you do as a creator. And I feel like it's a good little concept to help the community be more involved and just continue to grow it.
Well, with that in mind, like if you want us to review your content, like you should try to tell people to show up to the front page news, because that way we can get a crowd and get like live feedback from the audience as well.
Absolutely.
Other people that see your content and give you live feedback right then and there. Because comments are nice. Like, don't get me wrong, you get comments on Newgrounds, but if we could find a way to showcase content and have people in the chat be engaged and be there with you, like face to face or chat screen to chat screen, then that would have a lot more merit to it as well. Because I found out from doing the FNF top 10 animations and having that crowd there and having people discuss their favorites and explain like why they like these ones, what animations I might have missed out on. Just having that crowd there helps amplify the experience of watching content and getting feedback from it. Like you get to learn a lot from live feedback, and I think there's something to this.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know that as a creator myself, I love hearing feedback from people and hearing their honest opinions about what they thought. And whether it's good critique or bad critique, I want to know what people think about my content. And that's not just me being conceited. It allows me to really paint a picture as to whether I'm doing something good or if I'm doing something bad. I know people want their creations to be seen, and I know they want to know if what they're putting together is meaningful and if it's actually good. So if we're coming on here and we're posting content and
we're not like ultimatum critics though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. But we can be an outlet just to give someone at least one honest opinion about their content. And if it's bad, we won't lay into you, but we'll say, hey, like we like the attempt that you did, but I know that you can probably do, you can evolve on this a little bit more and grow. Good first attempt. Keep at it. Don't stop. Keep improving and keep getting better. Like, I'm pretty sure at one point Artil was a horrible artist, Yeah. But it's like the more you practice at it, the better you'll get. And that's one of the concepts we want to do with Front Page News is, bring up some content that may not have eyes. We'll of course highlight the ones that are on the front page, because what's the point of calling it Front Page News if we're not going to talk about front page content?
Right, but eventually we're going to run out of front page content. But yeah, that's the point. The point being is, not everyone was great at first, and it's just nice to get your foot in the door. Radical Aloe says, I got a question. Don't you think Friday Night Funkin' got more toxic? No.
I don't.
Depends on what you're talking about, like the fan base, maybe.
Yeah.
But the fan bases have always been toxic. There's nothing new there. Like they do inappropriate things, and they spam the creators. Like fan bases can be really attached and emotional. So that's just what comes with it.
Yeah, and just on top of that, I don't think it's really all that toxic. People love the game. The fandom is there.
Cam handles it very well too, by the way.
He does. Like he kind of puts people in check, and I love that about
Isaac
him.
gets to hide away from people. Cam handles it, and then Dave is just like really chill.
I love the fact that, you know, like people do support it, and you know, people just want new content, you know, and I feel like if there is any toxicity, it may be coming from like the mod side, because everyone's trying to get new content to play. You know, they start playing all these new mods, and it gives them a hunger to seeing new official levels. So like, I'm tired of these mods. I'm tired of these old ass levels. I want to see new stuff. Like, when's the new game coming out? When's week 8 gonna come out? When's week 9?
Yeah, and they're like choking their little brother and like, only you can make this stop. They're just staring directly at him in a video call. Just like, this is all your fault, Kid Ninja Muffin 99. And that's just what happens, I guess.
Unfortunately, but yeah.
Shrug. Big shrug. Newgrounds podcast is underrated. Thank you very much. Echo Chamber. I guess the idea would be you send us your link to whatever you want reviewed, and then like obviously we'll check it out. Hopefully you don't send us nothing NSFW, obviously, and then you know we'll just bring it up on Frontpage News and be like, hey, hey, this is what we think. And I'm not the greatest artist, but I enjoy reviewing art. I enjoy getting my thoughts out about it. A lot of the times, I'm better at reviewing art than I ever would be creating it. And I don't know what makes me think like I deserve that kind of title, but I've been told my reviews are really good and straightforward, and I've hit the nail on the head a lot of times, and I can help people grow just from feedback. It's important to be good at giving feedback. It's basically what I'm getting at.
Absolutely. And like, I'm no expert on game development or just games in general or even animations. But, you know, I understand the intricate work that goes into putting an animation together or putting a game together. Same thing with music. So I'll give you my honest opinion, and I'll tell you what looks good, you know, what doesn't look good, what doesn't sound good. Like, I'm not going to BS. I'm not just going to be a fluffer and say this was good when it, you know, it clearly may not be good, you know.
That's your inner artist out. Yeah, absolutely. It's I don't know, you enjoy something so much that you can tell like what could be better or what they did completely correct, you know what I mean? And a lot of art is just using your style to your advantage. And then if you ever send Corey a voice clip, he'll spit on it. He'll spit on his screen. And he'll be like, don't you dare approach me without an XLR mic again.
Says, don't approach me with your crappy recording audio. I'm the only superior voice actor.
I'm the alpha dog here. Look at me. All right, anyway.
Listen to my voice.
Doobie Scoobies. I'm Mr. Hunkin. I'm Friday Night. Meat.
I'm Ruby Roo on steroids.
He just says meat. Or he grabs you and he eats you. That's what Corey does. All right.
Oh, and this is her 13th birthday.
Let's wrap it up.
It was Undertale themed. She was addicted to that game.
Undertale.
I remember she said she wanted to marry that skeleton who loved the spaghetti.
Oh,
it was just
embarrassing
special.
photos with Mom.
Mom, please go back to flirting with my boyfriend. It was less painful. What's that, honey?
I'm still in pain.
Oh, lemonade. Mr. Boyfriend, can you go get some
Do you think
lemonade?
Dubas does all these voices? Probably not. Hold on. Maybe.
Yeah. I'm so happy to be at this party. This party is a little lemon. Yeah. All my little lemon friends here.
Get me out of here. I do unspeakable things when the door is shut. Ha! You fool!
Lemon Demon is chibi now.
No. What do you mean, no?
No.
Wait! I know the devil! I'll tell on you!
It's good stuff right there. Be good with some spaghetti.
This animation is the closest thing to like meme status or like old days.
But it's still good. That's the thing.
It's crap posting for the most part. Corey, that's why I refuse to follow Doobas Goobas. I want to see something other than F and F. Well, I do see some of the other animations. Now it's all F and F again. Oops.
Echo Chamber, just to answer your question real quick. If anyone who has a microphone is qualified to be a voice actor. Just so you know.
Yeah. He explained to me today what an XLR mic is, and I have a USB mic, and it made me feel bad. So, but he's right. He's right.
I wasn't trying to make you feel bad. Like one of the things with voice acting is, a lot of people have been asking me lately, how do I get into voice acting? And it's mainly just do it. If you want to voice act, do it. Like you can go online, you can look up casting calls. If you have a phone, like if you don't have a USB microphone or an XLR microphone, if you have a phone, if you have, a headset, use that to start out. It's not the best microphone to start off with because the quality of those microphones aren't that great, of course. And you know what? Most USB mics aren't bad. But if you want to take voice acting to the next level, if you want to be a professional, like if you want that to be your career, definitely want to invest in an XLR microphone. Now, if you just want to start off with something simple, like if you want to do streaming, like if you want to be a YouTuber, a Twitch streamer, if you just want to do simple animations on Newgrounds, like games and all that stuff, you can use a USB mic. And there's nothing wrong with that because there are some really good USB microphones, like Blue Yetis are good. Like I told Zen, like you have a Blue Yeti, but your quality is still good. Like there are a lot of really good quality USB microphones. But like if you go later, like if you want to advance further in your career as a voice actor, you want to invest in the XLR microphone because say you audition for a project for a studio. Say you audition for a cartoon for Nickelodeon, and they say, "Hey, we really like your voice. Like, we think you'd be a good character. Can you give us the rundown of what your recording equipment is?" And you say, "Yeah, I use Adobe Audition as my DAW. I have an HP Pavilion laptop, and my microphone's a Blue Yeti." The minute they hear Blue Yeti, they'll say, "Okay, well, thanks for auditioning. You have a nice, I hope your career is plentiful."
What else was it? You can't use Audacity either.
Yeah, like it's I've like the more I've been invested into in my voice acting career, I've found like little intricate things that studios are very particular about, and your equipment is one of the important things. Sure, they really care about the quality of your audio. They want to make sure that it sounds good, crisp, and there's no background noises, mouth pops, and all that stuff. But if you don't have proper equipment, they will write you off and they will pass on you instantly. So you want to make sure you have a good DAW, which is a digital audio workspace. So that would be Adobe Audition, Reaper, Pro Tools. There's another one. I think it starts with an F. I can't remember. But sometimes they'll pass on you if you have Audacity because it's a free tool and it doesn't provide the same quality as one of those other DAWs. You want to make sure that you have an XLR mic. And like I said, there's nothing against having USB mic. Like if you want to do simple stuff like YouTube streaming, Twitch streaming, podcasting, you can have a USB mic and they will get the job done. But if you want to go to the professional status of a voice actor, you want to make sure you have a USB mic, an XLR mic. You want to make sure you have an audio interface that's really good. Behringer has cheap interfaces that do the job and they're relatively good. But Focusrite has really good ones. Apollo is one of the like upper end really good interfaces. I haven't invested in a preamp yet, but there are some preamps that you can invest in. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it, and doing the research to find out what works best for you and what can advance your career even further. It's something that you definitely want to do. But if you're just starting out and you want to at least just get your voice out there, go ahead and utilize a USB mic. There's nothing wrong with it. I highly encourage just to even get your voice out there. There's nothing wrong with that.
Corey,
so, yes.
Do you think you could do the quarantine room because like your room is like a closet? You know what I mean? Like
pretty much.
It's a rectangle. It's not really a square. And earlier Echo Chamber was like, "Oh, that's where Corey's mic is." I was wondering why he was just like yelling into the corner. Also, when you're a voice actor, you got to put your mic in the closet. That's just how it works.
You can either go see like
wait, hold on. Is that the first question they ask you? How big is your closet?
No, a lot of people ask me like there's two questions. It's like equipment and how do I get started in voice acting. Those are like the two main ones. But like when people ask me like, what's your recording booth look like? And I'm just like, I just hang out in the closet with moving blankets around me and a styrofoam and like in a styrofoam box that captures my not styrofoam like soundproof foam that eliminates my reverb.
Yes.
Like that's one of the things that you really want to emphasize too is eliminating reverb. The minute that studios hear reverb, they'll write you off too.
They punch you in the stomach immediately. Just get your butt whooped.
Like I'll make you hear the guttural sounds reverberate off of your shitty recording space. You want to make sure that you record in basically the most tight-knit spaces, basically to eliminate any chance of reverb bouncing off the walls and going into your mic. So like I recorded in my closet. I have as you guys can see, I got orange moving blankets back here. And I have this box right here. It's soundproof. It's soundproof foam, and my microphone sits in there. And just, it does the job of catching any reverb and giving me the best sound possible. So,
yeah, Jesus, they say I talk about art too much. You talk about voice acting way too much.
It's one of my jobs, so I love to talk about it and brag about it.
It's my duty. We need to have just a video where you talk about voice acting.
Dude, I'm so down for that. For one of these streams, I might do that.
If anyone wants to hear a really in-depth interview on voice acting and like the proper equipment and tools, you can listen to Thriftcast. It's that episode where Thriftman interviewed Mick Lauer, and it's on the channel. It's called Thriftcast, and Mick Lauer goes over everything that you would need to get into studio auditions, and what Corey just explained would be the spicing on top of that. So you can use those two together to figure out exactly how to get your foothold into voice acting. Corey, what do you think about this art?
Let me see.
What do you think about this art? Do you know this game right off rip?
Ooh. I love this game. I don't know the game.
You don't know the game? I'll tell you the acronym EBF. EBF.
EBF.
It's by Matt Likes Swords. Matt likes swords.
Was it Every Big
Fish? Yes. No, it's Epic Battle Fantasy. It's a cool turn by turn. I haven't played the 5th one yet, though. I would love to. Look, Matt Likes Swords is right here. Surprised to find some EBF art on the front page. I love to draw the EBF characters. Kind of like
it looks nice. I like it.
What do you think of Bridge of Faust? What do you think? Ooh. Do you know of their style?
I do not, but I love the little art they had right there. Little snake witch.
They do like this kind of retro style with these unique line work that he goes into for his shapes, and it always sticks out. Every time you see one, you're like, that is a Bridge of Faust.
That's cool, man.
And he showed up for the Block Party 2020, but he only typed in chat like 3 times. And then, I've always wanted him to join an art event, but he never does. And just look at the way he manipulates lines and textures, and if you ever see his art again, you will know just from seeing one piece.
I love his use of colors too. The color schemes work really well.
Really retro colors. Really retro. Do you want to watch Joe Biden bust some moves in the Oval Office? It's rated E.
Why not?
Let's do this. It's 1 minute 13 seconds long. This guy, he made a really intricate, really meme-worthy Incredibles animation within a month, and Bullboy just couldn't figure out how he put it together because it's the quality's like this, where everything looks like super texturized. Who's in the bathtub? This is probably the most wholesome thing we've watched today. You have to love the atmosphere. What's going on? Is that Tom Clancy walking in the room?
It looked like it.
I thought Barack Obama was about to shoot some people. Nah, they're just chilling.
What the heck?
That was so wholesome. I should show you the other animation. It's Mr. Incredible gets blasted. I'll show you a little bit of it.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen
I saw
this?
this on the front. I haven't seen it, but I saw it on the front page.
It's 6 minutes long, and it's just this acid trip of Mr. Incredible's having a regular office job,
Please follow me.
It's just the most mundane voice acting that pilots it forward.
Shut up, Marge. Shut up.
Oh, he spent 6 months on it. Never mind, 6 months.
What's your problem, idiot?
Life is an endless abyss with no purpose. We are all born to slave away for nothing, and then we die in complete agony forever.
Listen here. Scan call center. We take
There's a robot destroying the crabs.
fresh toilet paper.
It's like if GTA was an animation.
Exactly.
That's what it feels like. How you get this kind of quality, I don't understand.
If you need anything else, just message me or something. I don't know.
This is the whole animation, basically. This is a part where he gets in a car wreck and it looks really, like, everything looks really nice. Look, people are just running away. Look, dude just gets, things just get thrown.
Shut up, citizen.
Shut up, citizen.
I'm glad he's on Newgrounds too.
Oh my god, that's great.
He used to, Echo Chamber says he used to be in the Montage Parodies fandom, MLG videos. Then he got into 3D and his comedy carried over from that. I see. The birth of an artist. I understand now. It's just how people are born. Do you know what anime this is from?
Honestly, I'm not a big anime guy, so I don't.
What if I showed you this?
No, I don't. I feel stupid.
He's voiced by Samuel Jackson. Oh, Stepford.
Oh, really?
Stepford. Yeah, it's called Afro Samurai. Really good. Really good anime. I highly recommend. It's really gritty, lots of blood, lots of style. No quarantine room. This is by Conor Grill and Emmett Ugg, and obviously you're familiar with them, right?
Yes. I love Connor's work.
Now he made this game with one button, so his like little cousin could play it, because it's just you just press space. And look at how nice
That's cool.
this plays.
It moves well.
Oh, and if you don't keep momentum, then you just die. You just look.
Oh.
You just die. So you have to keep.
It's basically you just slide down, you press spacebar to move back and forth.
That's it, just spacebar. And
That's cool.
I wish it had like 50 more levels than it has, because it's really stylish.
That's really cool.
It's enjoyable. And Conor Grail, shout out to Conor Grail.
Connor is an amazing composer, man. He has great music.
He's unstoppable.
I'm trying to get it. Like I've talked to him about having some original music from him on the part 2 of the voice acting collaboration.
What'd he say? He said, "Nah, I only do games, bro."
No, he said, yeah, he said he wants to be a part of it. So hopefully we can get an original track from him.
Go.
Like I luckily got Tara to be. I used one of his songs for part 1. We got Mr. James. We didn't get Mr. Snuggles. I know I want to get Snuggles for part 2 also.
Yeah. Voice acting collab part 1 went over really well. You guys got over, like,
dude, like I think we have
views?
over 25,000 listens right now.
Oh my god. Compared to the first one, that's like doing much better. And I don't mean to compare it to the first. I'm sorry if that sounds like kind of
No. Like no, it's fine, because I think the first one right now, only has like 13,000 listens, like, or something like that. Within the first 24 hours of part 1 being released, it had over 20,000 listens, and I was blown away.
I want to say I like what you did with the Tankman aspect, where they review the voice acting submissions.
Yeah, like for the first one, that was kind of like the biggest drawback. Everyone was saying like they didn't really like how the skits transitioned from the first one.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, because it was basically we had For No Reason saying like, oh, this is name of this skit written by so and so, but you know with our with our banner art this year, we had Grambo, put together the mic that it looks like Captain spitting out his tongue. So we wanted to incorporate the Tankman aspect into it. So, yeah, me, Nick Senny, and Josh Dighton, we were trying to figure out how we were going to transition the skits this year. And that's what we came up with. Like, how about we have Steve and Captain talking about the skits and just like ripping on each other, or just ripping on the skits? I was like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. So that's what we went with. and people were saying like there was one thing that they really liked about it. So we're definitely going to continue that for part 2.
Now, when did you start putting together the voice acting collab? If no one has seen it, how many skits are there in part 1?
Part 1, there's 15 skits,
15
and
skits.
there's gonna be 15 more in part 2. So as soon as we released the very first one, which was last November, I think we took a week off, and I said, all right, guys, ready? Let's start working on the 21 edition. And then I broke it down to them. I said, hey, we're probably gonna get more voice actors for 21. So what do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to just do one big file that's released at the end of the year, or do you want to do it in 2 parts where we release like every 6 months? And they said, yeah, let's do it 2 parts. I'm like, okay, so let's do that. So we had 6 months to put together 15 skits, and we literally went down to the very like last minute, but we were able to get it done in time, which was awesome.
I couldn't imagine the amount of coordination you need to put together that many skits.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, I had so much help from Nick Senny and Josh Dine. Like, we wouldn't have been able to do it if it wasn't for them. And Nick basically took the reins and ran with it. Like, I had them come on as managers this time around, and Nick set up like bots on our Discord server, was like keeping us on schedule, and he edited and sound designed a lot of the skits, which was really cool. And we had Josh and we also edited, I think, maybe 3 or 4 of the skits like combined. So it was a full-on fledged effort to get everything done, and I'm glad that I had them aboard, because if I didn't, we would not have met the May 30th deadline.
You have over 120 audio now. What's your favorite skit from the voice acting collab?
From this one, let's see.
Yeah.
The Coach, Home Alone-ish. Let's see.
Be Kind, Rewind.
So,
I really loved Real Crimes and Existence is Futile. Existence is Futile had some really great delivery in there, especially the final interaction with Loki and Thor. That one was really good. Real Crimes was kind of like all over the place and it was just nonsense, and it was really hilarious, and I love that. And then we had My Strange Addiction. I love that one. So like one of the things that we did with the very first one.
No, but was, which one if you had to choose your favorite? I'll play it right now. Just play the one.
Play My Strange Addiction, because that one's actually really funny in my opinion.
112.06. 112.06. You should let me. Would you be okay with me using your team to pump out episode 2 of Groundsbreaking?
Dude, no, that I would love that. I would absolutely love that.
We should probably have some silence for this.
Dinner ready?
10 more minutes, baby.
Damn it. You know I told you work makes me hungry. And what's this bullhickey on the boob tube?
Oh, you just changed the channel, sugar.
You just see if I won't. Gotta be something better than this.
Oh, darling, ravage me.
No.
Now, the mating habits of
Is this gonna be inappropriate?
an entirely different caliber altogether.
Not necessarily. Like, there's one guy who talks about eating toilet paper, but that's about it.
We peek into the lives of everyday people, except they all have a habit they just can't seem to kick. Meet Belching Bob.
It's what I do.
Syrup bath man, eh?
I then realized I wanted a bit more.
But first...
My strange addiction is eating toilet paper. It only makes sense that what you wipe your fanny with, you also consume. And then wipe, and then consume again, and then wipe once more, and then consume again. Yeah. Napkins are basically the same thing as toilet paper, except you use them on your face. I eat those too. I lost my job at the gift shop though. Kept eating the gift wrap. I couldn't help it. I can taste the flavor in all the different textures. Glitter in particular is my favorite. Well, now that I think about it, I'm addicted to eating glitter too. It's done wonders for my business. Here in Alaska, you just put googly eyes on a glittery turd and they sell like hotcakes.
Oh my
I'm
god.
not particularly fond of hotcakes.
Am I supposed to cringe? This is...
Lest they have glitter and toilet paper on them.
It's only a bit disgusting, that's all I gotta say.
Oh, it started out.
This one's
simple
great.
enough.
I love this
Little
one. Great.
extra syrup
This
on
one's
my
so great.
flapjacks in the morning. Pulled up on the plate, dipped my finger in. Felt real nice.
What is...
I then realized I wanted a bit more.
Felt real nice.
That led to me holding my hand over the sink and pouring some over. That was nice. Real nice. But realized that was a bit wasteful. So then I began pouring it into a bowl. Just kinda rested my hands in there for a while. And that was good. Still wasn't quite doing it for me. So after that, I would regularly fill up a bucket, set it up on the floor in front of me while sitting in my chair, soak my feet for a while enjoying a bit of Letterkenny and Trailer Park Boys. Realized I wanted a bit more than that, so soon I began filling up the bathtub and having a nice soak there. But it got real expensive, so I had to resort to drastic measures and switch to a more affordable option. Ashamed to say I had to switch to Mrs. Butterworth's. I know. Cardinal sin up north. But I had to make do somehow. There's nothing quite like the good stuff. That sweet nectar of Quebec. But it's harmless. No, I'm not addicted.
He's not addicted.
No, I'm not.
No, I'm not.
I can stop taking maple syrup past anytime I want, eh? Take off, you hosters. Take off.
Take off your hosers.
Well done. Oh wait, it goes until 17, right?
Everybody's been telling me I have a strange addiction.
A strange?
I do not.
This
It's
is Nick right here.
natural, It's therapeutic, and it makes me feel better. So what do you do all day? Hold it in? Wait till you can get some privacy? Well, no, sir. Bob. I take ooey-gooey shits in the street while everybody's watching because it's what I do.
What?
That's why they call me Belching Bob.
Sad Canadian.
Wait, that's not why they call me
that? Suckers. Honey. Yeah? Will you fetch me my pink bikini and the toilet brush?
Oh, again?
What? I only need this to unwind. Not like I'm addicted. No siree, Bob.
Who wrote these?
No siree.
So this one was an improv skit. So what we did for the very first
I
one.
would watch that show, My Strange Addiction. Do you have any strange addictions, Cap? I'm addicted to the sweet smell of victory.
Smell of victory.
Nah, you're probably addicted to dicks. Very original.
Very original.
Dick-iginal. Cock joke.
Cock joke.
So like one of the things that we did for the very first Newgrounds voice acting collaboration was the ASMR skit, and that was completely improv. I just had people send in like their improv ASMR stories or just audio submissions. So I wanted to keep that trend going. So that's I was flipping through channels on the TV and My Strange Addiction was on. I'm like, this would make a great skit. So I just told my actors in the server, I'm like, this is going to be our improv skit this year. Go ahead and come up with a strange addiction, and we'll vote on who has the best, and the top 3 will be put into the skit. So the guy who edited the skit, his name is Lucky D. He was the one who wrote the bits like at the beginning and at the end, like the guy talking to his wife. So he wrote that. That was scripted, but the strange addictions were all improv, which is really cool.
Nice. This looks like a fun game. Lotus Armageddon. Corey, it's almost been 2 hours, man. You want to give up at the 2 hour point? This has been hanging out with us. Front page news. Front page news. It's got to be like 1 in the morning for me.
God dang, dude. I'd say it's a good spot for us to log out for the night and let you go get some sleep.
All right, I'm gonna show you 3 art pieces. You have to pick one that you like.
Okay.
All right, and the other 2 vanish from existence.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
All right, so here's this one. Obviously, you know this game, right?
Resident Evil.
Which one? Which Resident Evil? Corey, it's not a hard question.
I don't know. Is it like the latest one? Is it the
God!
latest one?
Corey, see you.
Is it from the? Is it from the latest one?
No, it's Resident Evil 4. This is clearly Ashley.
Bro, I haven't played a lot of the games.
Have some respect. This is the president's daughter. What is wrong with you?
Oh, okay.
And then I think this just looks like good art.
Heck yeah, that's a nice one. I like that.
Nice one. And then this one, pixelated, kind of a landscape, rainy. Which one speaks out to you the most? That one?
I like that second one. That second one's really cool.
Second one's super flashy. Yeah.
Like the little slime monster. I love
slime monster.
I love the shading that they use, like with the transition of the body, like from the torso into the head.
So you're telling me you could live without this one and live without this one? This one?
Yeah.
You said yeah. That's fair. That's fair.
Plus, I love, like, I'm a big, when it comes to art, I love colors. If the colors pop out at me and like resonate with me, I really like them. So that one looks really good, especially like, with the glowing eyes and the teeth. It works really well with the purple.
Yes, Corey is uncultured. Thank you, Echo Chamber. I would choose parking because these type of atmospheres, they always inspire some type of like small pixelated game with a lot of nicely written story to it, and I like the somber attitude that it has. I love this art. And I like this art too, but this is based off of a franchise. This one is good. It's lots of color, like you're saying, but I like how this one sets a mood and almost like an environment that could inspire more. You know what I mean? That kind of thoughts.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah. I like that we talked about art, so these 2 can survive. I'm just kidding.
The other 2 are bland.
All art is good art. Never forget that. This has been. What? Front page news.
Front page news. Episode 1.
Are we calling it episodes or are we calling them issues?
Issues. Sorry, issue. Yeah. Front page news. It's like a newspaper, but video-esque. So yeah, it's, I guess, issue 1.
Issue number 1. Yeah, the birthday one had a lot of dynamic to it. I'm not saying it's not good. I'm just saying. Okay. Thank you everyone who showed up. I don't know how frequently we'll be doing this, but we should just like kind of hang out and talk Newgrounds, and we'll try to get the community on Newgrounds involved more too. We submit things that you would like us to review that you've made on Newgrounds, and we'll be sure to put it in here and try to get some kind of audience to give you live feedback, and that would be nice.
Heck yeah.
Thank you, Corey.
Thank you, Zen. Thanks for having me, buddy. This was fun.
Thank you, Corey. I always enjoy seeing your little bitty face. I like seeing your face.
Even though it's disgusting and almost broke my webcam.
Does it hurt your neck going back and forth? Just like
not necessarily. Like I'm positioned this way. Like I'm sitting this way in my chair. So it's like just like turning back and forth. It's not that bad.
Not bad. Thank you, Corey. Thank you everyone for showing up. This has been Front Page News,
Bye,
issue
everyone.
number 1. See you in the next one.
I will see you, or I will see you on another time.
See you in another life. Bam. Yay, we're done.